Alright everyone, CR Game Scott coming to you what should be the finale of Conquests of Camelot. So let's get right into it and see what the game has to offer. I'm pretty much not going to do any more controlling of the game for the time, well, for the duration actually. And I'll chime in with my color commentary every once in a while and of course read the text. My king, you've won the Grail. I don't know how this guy got up here, Galahad. Aye, but rise, Sir Galahad, and draw here to your king at once. A great power is at work. The Grail has chosen to bring you home in your hour of desperate need. Well, that was nice of the Grail. The Grail has brought you here, Arthur. Only one god may rule in thy kingdom now. The altar of Christ's God awaits its vessel. Cast down your eyes. The radiance of the Grail is too great for any man to see. Alright. This is where, really, I just said it doesn't make much sense. Behold, Merthyr has been driven away. The Grail is gone. I mean, if it was controlled by the pagan gods, how is it this great Christian power, and why is it banning the other pagan gods? I don't know. It's become a healing force to spread outward, touching every corner of your kingdom. The land returns to life. The lakes and rivers and wells fill once more with clean, fresh water. That's some Grail. Camelot is healed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it, folks. You receive Guinevere's praise and adoration as you have well earned. Your knights salute you, and the joyous cries of the love and gratitude of all your people fills the air. A lot of people waving swords in the background. And so you have won, through purity of spirit and heart, through skill and strength. No praise is too great. Thanks, Merlin. With peace and prosperity returned to your kingdom, you have the time to rest and enjoy the lands you have saved. Land you have saved, pardon me. No, I guess that sounds fair for a hero such as us. But though your land is healed, your heart is not. Perhaps it never shall be. Look at Lancelot. Look how dastardly he looks. He looks like some villain from like the 70s or something. Supposedly the brave knight. And Guinevere, she looks, I mean, her dress and her hair and everything, she doesn't look like she's really from the medieval period. She looks almost like she's from the 1800s or something in America. I don't know if I'd say certainly not an antebellum southern dress, but certainly around that period at least. Maybe more of a northern dress, but yeah, that's, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too critical. But Lancelot's look, just appearance and demeanor is priceless, I think. So, alright, well, that's Finis. By the way, there is no way to get it better. It's not like I got the bad ending, for that kind of sad ending. It's kind of a downer, but that's the way the game ends regardless. I've tried looking, for other people who completed it or had the ending credits, and everybody gets the same thing. It's not like I did something dishonorable or didn't play it the right way, that you get Guinevere back. Just the way it is. It's kind of the way the story is, too. I don't know that much about the Legend of King Arthur. Somebody pointed out I didn't even know his last name, but essentially, I guess Lancelot and Guinevere do have an affair, and I think later on she joins a nunnery or something, and he leaves or banishes himself, self-imposed exile or something after Arthur dies, and to try to repent for their sins. So that's kind of the way the Legend of King Arthur goes. And as far as I know, it's a story from Britain. I don't think there's actually a true canon. There's different books disagree with each other, obviously, but it is entirely fictional, or at least for the most part fictional. If it was based at all upon any legendary British character, I don't know, or at least there's dispute over that. I think one of the movies a couple of years ago that I actually did see but don't know that much about kind of hypothesized that King Arthur was based upon some Roman centurion. In any event, this is our score, 311 out of 368 on skill points. That's not surprising, so we played on easy for most of it and didn't do so well in some of those contests. 280 out of 293 in wisdom points. That might have come down to failing to answer some of the questions correctly. Almost perfect on soul points. I don't know what we did that was dishonorable. Must have some point skip something. But that is the game. That is the Conquests of Camelot, and that is the end of our series here. I'm not gonna. I'll leave this last screen up and just here's my review of the game, I guess. I don't know if I'd have a different opinion if it was more of a nostalgic game for me. I did not play it as a kid like some of the other games I had played earlier, and will play hopefully in the future. I'm of two minds about it. I think it was a fun game. I think there were definitely parts I enjoyed going through things, and maybe not going through some of the challenges didn't may have limited my enjoyment and just I guess prevented me from having the overall experience you would have trying to play one of these games that might make it a little bit more interesting. But it did seem to move a little bit more linear than I like. I couldn't get over personally just some of just the bizarre theology that plays even more of a role in this game than in Conquest of Longbow, which is also weird, where they mix the Christian and pagan concepts together. But it didn't really seem to have any sort of consistency. I mean, even if the person who made it was going for the idea of, okay, we'll just treat all religions as some mystical thing to be involved in the game, that might make some sense. But then at the end, the Christianity dominates, and through supernatural forces. So it almost has a pro-Christian message at the end, but it's at the same time it's supporting some of the weird pagan ancient belief systems too. So I don't know, it just seemed confusing to me, and I guess from at least a nerd perspective, kind of annoying as well, and from other perspectives, I'm sure as well. But yeah, it was kind of bizarre. But even taking that into account, I think it was a fun game. But I don't think it had some of the charms, some of the intricacies that you saw in the Quest for Glory games and King's Quest games. I think it was decent. I think Conquest of Longbow, which I'm watching on Late Blade's channel, and I assume many of the people watching, at least presently, are are also watching, who are watching this. It seems like a better game, more involved game. I think a game they put a lot more thought and effort into. For those of you who are curious, Conquest of Longbow is technically a sequel to this game, though it obviously has nothing to do with King Arthur. It's pretty much just that it takes another British legend and turns it into an adventure game. And that one, it's using the VGA point-and-click interface versus the text parser EGA interface that we used in this game. So that makes it a little bit a different experience, but it seems like it's a little bit better game too. If you are watching this game, particularly in the future, and you are interested in watching the sequel, it is on Late Blade's channel. I subscribed to him, LATEBLT, and he is certainly a very popular LPer. He's done a lot of good games. I think he's doing it with Her Crabbiness, who's also very popular doing the Sierra games. They've got a lot of hits on their channels and on their videos, so definitely something to check out if you enjoyed this video and enjoyed the sequence as well. I think you enjoy a lot of what they have. If you like the Sierra games and you have not checked out some of my other LPs, it's pretty much all the same. I think hopefully we got a little bit more polished over time, though this one had some errors. The Gold Rush one is another game that's not quite as well known, but it's gotten a pretty good response, and I enjoyed doing that the most. So I definitely would urge you to check that one out. It actually runs several more videos longer than this one. But I also have Police Quest 2 and King's Quest 3 up, and my first attempt at Quest for Glory 3, which I don't think there are too many other LPs of that out there, though it's not necessarily the best game in the Quest for Glory series. Am I going to do anything else after this? I hope to. Like I said, it's not quite as convenient for me to make these LPs as it once was using my laptop, but I still do want to continue going through this. I do have a lot of free time at this point, though I'm hoping that will change soon in terms of finding a full-time position. Career-wise, but maybe the recession will be good for you, for those who enjoy the LPs, and hopefully I can continue it even after I get a full-time position. But I will be looking to go back into Space Quest, probably Space Quest 4. I considered going through all the games again, but I don't know. I don't really want to do the early ones. Space Quest 4 looks like a good one to do. Maybe Space Quest 3. I don't know. So those are what I'm looking at. If anyone has any suggestions, I'm open to them. The only thing I would play new games. I would just prefer them to be kind of in this vein of being Sierra adventure games. Though I'd play other adventure games as well. So if there's anything else you want to see, feel free to respond to this video in the comment section, or respond to my channel, or PM me directly. In any event, I hope you enjoyed Conquest of Camelot. I did enjoy making it, even though we had some flaws and things in the game. But I did enjoy the sequence. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Hope you enjoyed the commentary, and I hope you'll join me again if we continue on in other LLPs. And I hope you'll check out some of my other LPs and some of the other Sierra LPers that I mentioned as well. I hope you can get some enjoyment out of that. In any event, our time is running short here, so let me cut it quick. And until next time, until next LP, this is Sierra Game Scott. We've completed Conquest of Camelot. Signing off.